Yeah, Rahul, you can continue. I started recording as well. No issue. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So before we learning the C++, right, we will first refresh the basic. Maybe you all guys experienced, you may already know this.
Alert from disk
but,
not ejected properly.
It's better like these are some of the concepts we have learned very long back, and maybe some of the people still using that. So I think it's better to start from a binary, right? So you guys, anyone can answer how you write a 25 in binary and then in hexa. We start with this and we move forward. Anyone, Yashwant, Raju, Shankar?
11001.
11001?
Yeah, it's in the binary.
Okay. Why do you say that 11001?
Actually, we represent in the form of 2 to the power of m. So when we came from when we go from present to the left side, 2 to the power of n will be increased. So when we align that number, decimal number in binary, we can get this number.
Okay. Do you know the place value for this?
Yeah, I mean, the values in decimal you are asking?
No, the place value. One will be located at the one.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, 1,
yeah,
and 2, 4, 6,
right,
8 and 16.
8 and 16, yeah. Right. So this is how you have summed up all the ones, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so that you are telling that 25. That's right. So how do you tell in hexadecimal? The same thing. Any idea?
4 bytes. I mean, can sum up and say like that because hex means 15, 16 values, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So how do you want to represent it in hexa? Then 25. What you told is right. Yeah. Go on.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
You can explain, Rahul.
I mean, if you see this right, since let's take this one, as you told, let's take decimal, 25, right? Take decimal, as you told, 11001. This thing is representing 8 bits, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So for hexa, what we will do, it should be always in 8 bits. So always hexadecimal should be represented in 8 bits. So let's do one thing. The 25, we will represent 25 in 8 bits. How many bits is completed here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now we have 5 bits, right? We represented 6, 7, 8. So now if you see, the same 25 we did in 8 bits, right? So in hexadecimal, we will divide it by 4 and 4. You take first this 4, the value of 4, this is 1, right? Since you put 8, 4, 2, 1, that place value, the value of this is 1, right? And then take the next half. What is the value of this?
9. 9.
Exactly. Yeah. This is how you represent in hexadecimal. So it's just simple. You just, how many bits is take? You just divide it by 4. Left half 4 and right half 4. Okay. Even if you say, let's say you have a decimal value 3. Okay. If you want to represent in hexadecimal, right? the normal 4-bit form is like 0, 0, 1, and 1, right? If you tell him what is the hexa form of 3, what do you tell? What if I want to say in hexadecimal format?
X0011.
You mean X001?
0011, like that. Can you
No,
say?
no. I mean, it's in binary actually. I just want to say this 3 in hexadecimal format.
0x03.
0x03. Is that right?
Yeah, it's right, I think.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah. So since what you have done is like the 3 will be, in 4-bit value 3 will be 0, 0, and 1, 1. Since we need 8 bits, right, for hexadecimal, we don't have any digits before, then you put 4 zeros. So for this 4, the value is 0. And for this 4, the value is 3. So 0x3. This is how we will represent. Yeah. That's right. And what if I say, let's say that 0x, let's take 31. So how do you represent in binary? It's the same thing. The binary you divide it by 4 and 4 and form hexadecimal, right? Now I'm giving in hexadecimal format. Convert into binary.
0011, 0001.
0, 0.
11 and
All right.
0001.
0, 0, 0, 1. All right. Okay. How you divide it?
Yeah, since there are 2 4 bits, like 3 we can represent as 0011.
All right.
And 1 we can represent as 0001.
That's
like
right.
that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So now you don't have doubt with hexadecimal and binary, right? Everyone is clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So now, do you have the compilers installed in your system? The C++ or C compilers, do you have that?
Oh, I'm using online compilers.
Okay. It's better that if you download the professional C++ compiler. Maybe I will show you the link for that. Everyone is having online compiler or?
I do have offline VS Code supportable compiler like GCC.
Yeah. That's good. Okay. VS Code is good. Yeah. So what I am using is yeah. So I will send you this website link. So the compiler is already available. They have a pre-built toolchain. You just have to extract the zip package and add that bin folder into the environment variables. That's it. That's all you need. I think this one, GW64 files. Yeah. In messages. Yep, have typed in chat box. GW64. Yeah, you can download this one in winlibs.com, right? You can download this one, the 7, oh sorry, not this one. This one, download it here. So can I download it now, if possible? Because this environment is much better than an online compiler. So this will replicate the real-time scenarios, actually. I have sent you the link. Just click on that and scroll down and click on this, download it here. So once you did that, let me know. So this is how it looks like. So you guys are downloading? Hello?
So I'm not downloading actually.
Ah,
My
okay.
laptop is not with me. Next
Okay.
part I will.
All right, cool. Okay. So everyone is fine with that, or someone is downloading?
Yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
down.
Okay. So from next class, you'll be having this setup, so that we can start using the real GCC in the local machine instead of online compilers. So and yeah, and one more thing I have to tell you is we know, right? We have studied like the 2-bit binary, right? 0001 and 10 and 11, right? We have studied it from the college days, right? So the reason for adding a bit, right? We have 8-bit. First we had 4-bit, 8-bit, 16-bit, right? The reason for this is this in the decimal we will represent by this by 0 and this by 1 and 2 and 3, right? So for representing the 4, right, we don't have any bit here to read. So that's why we keep on adding one more bit to this. Okay, again, this will go until 7, right? Again, for going 8, we are again adding an extra bit here. So like this only, this much 8 bits, 16 bits have formed actually. This is the basic thing. Maybe you already know, but I'm just refreshing the fact, these things. So the limitation of the existing one helps for adding a new bit, and somehow this the system exhausting again the new bit they introduce to consume the memories. So this is how it will happen. Yeah. Now we start with the basic inputs and outputs. Let me written small program. I'm just saving this file as okay. Choose some folder. C++. So this is the basic program that everyone knows. Like we always start with hello world. Okay. To compile this, I'm using a VS Code. Okay. So in C, you will be using a printf, right? Printf or scanf. So here we are using cout or cin. So let's first try with the basic program that my compiler gets worked or not. Still now I didn't never. It's a new compiler installed again. Let me check that. As a terminal. Run start debugging. Start debugging. Okay. Just a second, guys.
Rahul, I think you have to install Code Runner, then it will become, yeah.
Yeah, I have terminal here. Maybe I can try commands with that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think this folder I located on the project is in E drive. Okay. I'm going to my project directory. It's C++, right? Yeah. So I'm just compiling this program. We are using C++, right? So we are using a G++ compiler for that. And I'm typing my program name. Okay, simple folder name seems to be wrong.
Yeah, it's a demo session. Something is there, 0226.
Okay. All right, yeah. C++ demo. C++ demo 0226, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. So now I am using my G++. First, you have installed a compiler, right? And once you're adding the environment variables. So the best way to check the compiler is running or not is just type G++ and type enter. If you see this output, right, g++.exe fatal error, no input files. That means the compiler is working fine. The setup could trigger. Could able to know about the compiler's path. So if you see this error, then everything is all right. Now I will compile the code. Test.io.cpp. And once I compiled, right, if you go in this folder, you can see a name called A, right? Once I compiled, it generated output called a.exe. But instead of A, if you want to give some other binary name, right, you can always use this. Test O and -O, you can give any name like test 1, 2, 3 or something like that. And you can see the binary created in the name of the test 1, 2, 3. In case if you want to change that the name, you can always do that. Okay. And if you want to run it, and you can run this up, and you can see this output, hello world. So there are in this code, right? There are many ways to do that. Do you guys have any idea without using std? How can I do a cout?
Using namespace std.
Exactly. And why we use that, the namespace? And what do you think? What is the best practice? Do you think using std here or using a namespace like this?
I think using namespace std.
Do you think it's better?
Yes.
Okay.
In production level code, mostly they don't use this using namespace std. They will write with std in that format only.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I also have a question. Why they simply using namespace std? Because it's not a C++ standard or what?
Actually, the best coding practice is you should not use std here, and it's better always to use namespace here. The reason is that, for example, let's say that I am creating my own namespace, okay? Kind of this. Did you notice this difference? I have a same function in both namespace, but the namespace name is different.
Yeah.
Right. So if you use the namespace test.io, this function will get used, not this one. So the problem is this. So sometimes you have a different namespace, but the function inside the namespace will be same. So that's why we specifically telling the code like I am using a test from this namespace, not from this one. So that's why using namespace in this high level thing is not a good idea. Better specify which namespace you are using that. So this is the reason they are always recommending to put namespace here like this.
Okay.
Yeah, so the basic level coders will use this one using namespace std and they will put cout. That's okay, but in the real code scenario, right, we never use this unless and until it's needed. But the best practice is defining it near the function which you are using. And the same way, any doubts here?
No.
Okay. And the same thing, we will, how do you get the input from the user? It's cin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so before defining a cin, have some experience on that, and the copilot is helping me a lot here, generating a code. All right. And the same way you compile. This time I'm giving a different name. Cin test. Test. Why do you think this guy is compiling? Okay, with cin test. No such file or directory. Oh shit, I deleted it. Okay. Returning some error. Why is that? Test io.cpp. All right. Okay, let me run this. So this is the basic thing. You will in C++ you will use scanf, right? And here you are using cout. I mean the cin. It's the same thing. You will enter the two integers and you will get an output. So what do you see the difference between a scanf and cin? Actually, one thing you are seeing missing here.
There we're using a format specifiers in C.
Exactly. Yeah. We have to use whether it's an decimal or an string or or a character, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So here we don't use that. C++ has the ability to detect it automatically, the type,
Yeah.
and you don't have to pass the address also.
Yes.
But do you think in real case we never use cin, right? Have you noticed? Anywhere the production code or your code base, do we use cin or a scanf? Have anyone experience in the code of using cin or scanf? Hello.
Can you please tell me? I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, I never use cin or scanf in the code base. Most of the time, you will not be using the cin or scanf. So the inputs you always read from a command line, or you'll be reading from a log file and process the data. So mostly the input you will get from a command line or from a log files or some other JSON or some other servers in the real-time scenario. Since we have an input output, just for a basic understanding. Okay. And from here, I think we are good to jump with hash define. It's a very basic method. Let's say I'm using hash define. I'm telling this because for the future, it will be useful for us. Okay. So what is the output for this code? And do you guys aware of the hash define?
Yeah, that is the macro, right?
Yeah. So what happens here? What is the output here?
Expecting 35.
35, yeah. So this is the compile time macro or runtime macro? Any idea?
No, can you
The
explain that?
compile time.
Okay. So why do you think it's a compile time? And why can't it's runtime? Okay, maybe I'll explain that. See, if you see the comparison stages, right? I think last session we did that. The comparison stages is like, during the comparison stages you were aware of? So if you remember, yeah. Yeah, go on. Maybe the first stage is for comparison is pre-processing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So the first stage is pre-processing. So in that stage, right, what happens is this macro will be replaced in the code. And how this happens is, let's say I'm commenting this one. I will explain the concept once again. Maybe open a command line here. on the directory where this file is located. And here what I will do, I will use a g++ command and -e to, I'm telling the compiler like, stop at pre-processing stage, don't go further. So by default, the compiler will run pre-processing stage, assembly stage, compiling stage, linking stage, everything, right? So here I'm explicitly telling that compiler stop at pre-processing stage. And I'm telling my test io.cpp. If I enter, right, do you see this here? Our original, yeah, our original code is this. Yeah, so our original code is this one, data 10 plus test IO, but the macro is replaced with the 25 here. And you don't see the hash define anywhere here, right? It's gone. So this is why the compilation stages is very much important.
Okay.
It's the only thing you can analyze the code properly. Have you fixed the coding violation, Misra, or some other coding violations? Have you worked on it before?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So, and one more thing is like, let's say that you are making some error here. Instead of cout, instead of cout, right, you are putting like cout L, something like that. I'm saving this file. So will this code compiles?
No.
No, right? Because we don't have any libraries called coutl. So do you think if I run this, will this compile or what? Will this command go fine, or does it give any error? What do you think?
It will throw error, right?
It should throw error. Okay. If I run it, do you know why this is happening? Even my system gets hanged. Do you know why this happens?
No.
No, right? That's because I am running with -e, right? That flag tries to expand this header file. If you open this file, right, it's a huge content. Inside this file, there is one more .h file. It tries to open this. Again, it tries to open IStream. These are the huge libraries. That's what the pre-processing will do. It's still running C. Because the macros, the conditional directives or the hashing to directives, everything will be expanded on the pre-processing stage. The previously it didn't happen because we commented that code, right?
Yes.
That's why it didn't happen. I know it takes a long time. So if you see, this is how it compiles. It pre-processing, it's done. And the last, I don't see any error here. The coutl is still fine. I don't see any error here. It just expanded. Right? And if you see, the content of the file is around 35,000 K lines, but in our eyes, it's only visible as the 3 to 5 lines. That's because all the code is packed into this IO stream, and still we don't get any error here. Right? If you want to run it again, I can comment it out. And if you see this, if I run it again, I don't see error still. That's because we didn't even compile the code still. It's just a flag to stop at pre-processing stage. So in pre-processing stage, right, the compiler will not check for any errors. So the error will be checked only on compilation stage. So that stage we never reached. We just stopped at pre-processing the stage.
Got it.
Yeah. So the another example I can give you is, let's say that I am creating one more file. Maybe this is a good example that I can give. File, new text file, right? Something code.h. Okay, let me save it. Here I'm typing like kind of, let's say that I have a structure called test. I'm having some data members here. Hash include IO stream, same thing I'm typing here. Main things. So I'm adding this header to here in this thing, code.h. Right. Let's say I'm doing running a same command it. Okay, let me use the structure here. Structure name is test, right? Test. I'm assigning some value and I'm printing it. So you're aware of this code, right? I have one .h file called code.h. Here I have a structure, a small structure. I have 3 members for the structure, int a, double, and character. Okay, I'm coming into this file. In this file, I need to use that structure. So without defining this header, I can't use my structure. Okay, so I am defining it. And I'm creating an object for the structure called T1. And I am assigning with 1, 2.5, and x. Or the basic way to assign the structure is like T1 dot A equal to 10 and T1 dot B equal to 3.4 and T1 dot C equal to A. This is the basic way to assign a structure, right? You all agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I try to do a pre-process, right, this code. Oh, okay. I will comment out that line. So do you guys tell how this code looks like if I do pre-processing? See how the code looks like. Any idea?
No.
Okay. When you do pre-processing, right, the same way it tries to expand this IO stream, it tries to expand code.h. And if you see here, if I run the code, so this is how it expanded here. So it is expanding the header file here, right? Automatically. And this header file is commented. This is for compiler usage. We don't see it anywhere, but this structure, it expanded along with this, the below code. Since this is a small code, right, it runs at a moment I click on enter. But what if this header have a huge bunch of code as like IO stream, right? It take a lot of time to expand it. So that's why, that's how it happens actually. So during pre-processing stage, right, it tries to expand the headers. So after the pre-processing stage, you will never see hash include because all the code inside will be expanded automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, and also if you see, so what I will do, I am adding one more header. Okay, this header I am not adding into source code here. I am adding into this header code.h.
Okay.
So what do you think now it will do on pre-processing stage? So will this code still work? What happens if I run this command again? Here.
Yes, it works.
Sorry?
Yeah, yes, it works.
Okay, the same way it expanded?
Expanded.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's expanded.
Okay. Oh God, okay. Just a second. I comment this out. Yeah. So it first expands this hello.w. Inside we have another header. It also expands that. And then on bottom, it has our code here. Yeah. So we are done with this topic now. Any doubts you have?
No, nothing.
It's clear, right? Everyone?
Yes.
It's clear.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. And the next important topic to learn is have you aware of a conditional macros?
No.
No? Okay. Let me tell you one small example. Okay, let's say I have some code like this. Okay, this is called a macro, and a macro with if is called has conditional macros. Okay, this is called conditional compilation. You will see this code everywhere in the source code actually, in the code base. So what it will do, right? Let me remove this. So it checks if test is defined, okay, then add this variable into the code base. Else don't add it. Okay, it's not a just if and else. This is something different. So the if and else will be a decision making on the running state, right? But this is not like that. This decision will make compiler will check to add this code or not during a compilation stage. Okay, during compiling itself, the compiler will decide whether do I need to add this code into our code base or not. Okay, this is a very important topic actually, because this is where we can reduce the memory. right? If test is defined, then it will take 4 bytes of memory. If it is not defined, then compiler will not allocate 4 bytes of memory for this integer, right? So if we try to compile this code, right, so I'm using this data in cout to print it out. And if I try to compile this, it gives me an error, right? Okay, data maybe already, if you see, we are using a data, but the error is telling there is some data, the same variable name we use here, right, for reference, but the data is used by std namespace. And telling it's not declared here. Maybe don't use data, maybe use some data underscore 1. Okay, for the name conflicts. Run the test again. Now if you see, data 1 was not declared in the scope. Do you know why? We have data here, we have defined it here, but it's not compiling. What may be the reason, do you think?
The test named predefined macro is not there, right? That's why.
Exactly, right. So we are checking whether test is defined or not. It's not defined, right? We never use has defined or define the test. What if I commented this line and this line? Will this code compile?
I think yes, maybe.
Okay.
Or if test is not there, maybe it will throw.
Okay, so right now test is not there, right?
Yes, yes.
So do you think it will not compile or it will compile?
Will compile.
It will compile. All right, let's check it out. Yes, it does. It does compile. Because test is not a variable name or something. It's just a placeholder for compiler, whether this test is existing or not. If it doesn't exist, it will not give any errors. Okay, it is just a name actually. It's not a variable or something else. The thing is, if you see, maybe this will be a good example for this. The thing it never compiled because, let's say I'm committed this code. In this command, I am run this command. Oh God. Okay. Let me comment out this. For example, I'm running this. Do you see this? The has defined comes anywhere here. Do you see this code? If test and if anywhere.
No, it is not there.
Yeah. So it is not part of the compile stage itself. So it never cares. So the pre-processing stage removed this. It only takes this one, not this thing. Right? If you uncomment it, and if you check the pre-processing stage, right, you can. Now if you see, the data is here. So it doesn't care about the compilation for this hash test. Let's make it compilable. I am defining this data. How do we define it? As defined, right? Test equal to 1. So now if you try to compile this code, it does, right? That's because we have defined it, test with 1. So if you, then 1 will be replaced here. It's true. Then it will define this data. Then it will be printed here. Now if you run the stage, right? Oh, okay. Maybe I can tell with one more example. If the test is 1, you have defined it. What if I make it as 0?
It will be not defined as 0 is false value.
Exactly. So this code will not come into code base. Then the compiler will see directly data and it tells data is not defined anywhere. Yeah, the same error. Okay. See the data name, right? The score 1. The score 1. If I compile it, it will say data is not defined anywhere. Because since it was 0, right, this will not taken as a part of compilation. Then our compiler directly sees this data 1 and in searches for this data 1 in the code base, it never exists. So it throws an error. It's not defined anywhere. It's not in scope. Yeah. So always when you try to learn, right, how this macro works, how this conditional statement works, always try to run this and run the pre-processing stage. This command, you run it. You will learn a lot in these things actually. Yeah, that's it for today. Do you have any doubts until now?
No.
Okay, it's clear, right?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, great. Yeah, so maybe tomorrow we will dive into deep code. We will use some else. We have an else condition here. Else if case also we have. Or let's see how this works along with the pre-processing stage. And we move on some complex code.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Any doubts?
No, nothing.
Okay. Yeah. That's all for today. Maybe from next class we will dive into deeper.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you, Rahul.
Yeah. Thank you. See you.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I think I will post this video today on social medias. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay then. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Bye.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye.
Bye. ये बात करें ना कौन मामा ठीक हो गया ये सर तुम ही कॉल कर लेना इस बात नहीं कर लेना रात्री में प्लान करायला होते ना सर्विस वगैरे Actually, यही सब नौकरी से निमोने तो बड़ी देश. अच्छा. ठीक है, मैं करता हूँ. दीदी सब की बात भेलो. अच्छा, ठीक कर लो. ठीक कर लो. ना ना हम ठीक कर लो, ठीक कर लो. ना ना काल लेते हिस्सा करी देते और बाद जैसे पापा जीजाजी दोनों चलिस थे थाना अपना रिपोर्ट लिखा देते. समझे ना, दीदी भी चले जाते अपना रिपोर्ट. बरंडा पूरा छोड़ी के बात करी है, समझे ना. बरंडा पूरा ला लिया द्वार पर तो. तो बरंडा ले वहाँ पूरा तब ना मानिक चल को बैठे उठेगा कुछ होते यार. तो बरंडा ले वहाँ कुछ तो रहता है. बरंडा वहाँ पर मानिक चल आए ने कायल कुछ होते शादी विवाह वगैरह वगैरह बरंडा चाहिए वो पूरा का ओकरा छे ना उन आगू में ती बनीते. ठीक छै, ठीक छै अपना. ठीक छै. नहीं नहीं ठीक छै ओकरा गेट चाहिए अपना उन्ने से गेट एते निकालते. दीदी से सवेरे ही बात भेल रहा. अरे वो अभी हम दे ने पेपर लिख के करूँ. कहाँ के लिए मार कर. चुप. करीबे ठीक कर। अच्छा चुप ना, चुप चुप चुप। खाना खैले रहा? यहाँ आ भी जो ना, जॉब तो छोड़ दे, आ भी जो यहाँ पे। हम ठीक। ठीक छोड़ा कुछ। हेलो, हाँ दीदी प्रणाम। की दीदी, की है दीदी जान? अभी अभी सवेरे से 2 बार बात करिए, फिर बात करिए, फिर हम ठीक होने लगे। बता दो। अरे सागर के समझावे के लिए मम्मी ओकरा अभी हमरा बोल रहे कि हम गोर पकड़े कि मतलब बेटा हमरा के गाली कुछ बोल मतलब नहीं गाली, और सागर में भी स्टार्ट कर देते गाली। जबकि ओकरा भगवती थान पूरा चीज छोड़ देलिए, सब चीज छोड़ देलिए, पूरा मके छोड़ देलिए। बहुत मजबूत छो तोर माइंड से, जिम के इतना कष्ट भाई लोग के तो सही कदम खड़ा है, बहुत मजबूत छो, बहुत ज्यादा मजबूत से समझी के बोला। एक लिमिट होय छै, सीमा होय छै, सीमा जे पार भाई छै न तब तो है कि मतलब कि काम नहीं करे एज बाइक लो हमें चाहे कि पापा का काम ठीक चले सब चीज ठीक रही वगैरह मम्मी का अच्छा अच्छा कपड़ा दिए साड़ी दिए हम अपना सो घर पहुँच लिए भैया का हम 700-800 के नीचे भैया 3,000 के छः 6,000 15,000 का कपड़ा दिए जबकि उनको साल में 15,000 का कपड़ा दिए केकरो एक लग नहीं बोल रहा है जो छोटा भाई के नहीं बोल रहे तो बात समझे छ वो की बोल रहे मारी के को तोड़ा हमरा बोले मारी को बोली छे में तो क्या ना समझे छ मैं भाई जी रे बात समझे छ जी मम्मी कहानी कहानी बोले अपनी हम मम्मी के लिए यहाँ पर जो हम लोग पास रहो जो तो छोड़ी दे अब बता एनो सिचुएशन जे जो तो छोड़ी का हम मम्मी के सिचुएशन तो बोला कि तपर के ना होय छे तो जैसे मम्मी के हमरा एको कथा पूर्णिया में कर दीजिए हम रहबे वही रहबे बुझला एको कथा आप एक बात बता पूर्णिया में लेबो करबे सरकार में घर पहुंचे के सामने दिया तो गाली गलौज करेगा तोरे बात में आंसर छो ना तोरे बात में आंसर छो ना कि कहीं ना पहुंचे सब चीज जला के बाद करी ले लो ओकरा अपने 1.5 लाख का जैसे 90 ओकरा दे दी लेकिन हम लोग ऐसा जब हम लोग सब चीज जैसे कर लो बिना मेहनत कर हमरा मम्मी कॉल नहीं करी तो तोरा कॉल कर लो हम कुछ परेशानी हो जाए तो हम ही तोरा कॉल करे तो इसलिए देखो ना तो पानी रेलो छी बल्कि रेलो छी खाना में तुमको जो मुंह तोरा दीदी चुनाव करे चलो तोरा चुनाव करे तो सिंपल सा बात मतलब कुछ मत सिंपल सा बात या फिर हमारे लिए या फिर कोई ऐसा ज़्यादा दिक्कत हो तो हमरे से स्टार्ट कर मतलब हम ही सब चीज़ 10 लाख मारे 20 लाख मारे हमरे मार फिर देखो उन्नति भी करिए अभी हम धंधा में बात करिए मंडल मेल कर लो तो मस्त कॉल कर लो आइए आप यहाँ पे अपना जो है ना केस में रजिस्टर हम ही जिस मेरे पास नहीं बोले छोड़ दें तो बहुत नहीं करिए फिर जैसे हम नहीं कर सकेंगे अभी हम बात कर लिए उनका पहले फिर जैसे बोले अनुमंडल में अभी हमको अभी एक लेटर लिख के चिट्ठी भेज दीजिए व्हाट्सएप पे हम केस नोट कर लेंगे बात सुने खाली मुँह नहीं कर और बात बोले कि जो है ना खाना में भी सोमवार को भेज दीजिएगा पप्पा को पप्पा मम्मी को फिर एक बात है पप्पा मम्मी को बात जो है ना बात मतलब जो है मुकरे नहीं मतलब बेटा बाद में मतलब भावना मांगी कर मतलब मुकरे में जाए यहाँ नहीं कर देंगे हम अभी बात कर लिए एक अधिकारी से अनुमंडल से हम मेल कर लो रही है ना जब मेल के बाद रिस्पॉन्स उनके पास गेलो रे केस सबका डीएम हम मेल कर दो रे डीएम एसपी ठीक है तो वो मेल डीएम एसपी सेंड कर दो रे कहते हैं कि भेजते सारा भैया के पास ना ना कैसे से मत करो ठीक है तब उन्हें कुछ रिस्पॉन्स नहीं मिला फिर जिस पापा का कॉल कर लो मेरे पूर्णिया की ऑफिस कि यहाँ पाइए तो पापा नहीं के लिए वहाँ पर 1-1.5 साल के बाद बात छो जखनी मतलब जैसे पापा मतलब जैसे मारलो पर मम्मी मारलो पर तो मम्मी के मारलो पर है ना मतलब जैसे घर से जो ये कहानी कितना मुझे ऑपरेशन हुआ था और किस हाथ में चोट लगा था तो उस हाथ में मम्मी चेक भी कर दी पहुंची तो एगो रिपोर्ट है तो वो रिपोर्ट भी है उसमें मेंशन भी है तो जे छै अभी अनुमंडल से बात कर अनुमंडल वाला के बोल रहे रिपोर्ट ऊपर तो ये है तो कुछ भी इंजरी हुआ होगा तो ये है उसको लिखा हुआ सोमवार को पेपर लेके भेज दीजिएगा सर तो हम की बात करें छियो अभी हम यहाँ अनुमंडल में अभी व्हाट्सएप कर दी चिट्ठी लिखी कर ओकरो बाद जे छै व्हाट्सएप करला के बाद ओकरो बाद कौन सी चीज हो समझेला के बाद देला के बाद सिग्नेचर करला के बाद जे छै एक बार थाना पता चला के चली के बात समझ बात हम मैं अगर समझना हम अपनी बात गारंटी के साथ कहते 10 साल 5 साल के बाद का पक्का समझेंगे अभी पप्पा मम्मी के साथ कोई नहीं पापा सिलेक्शन मतलब थोड़ा सुने पर तो के सही बोले समय की करना चाहिए हम बार बार कहते हैं तो माइंड एक बार तो हम बात सुनना बंद कर दो ना तुरंत थोड़ा गाली दिवस करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं मैं हो तो विश्वास वटेश करिए काले दे तो आज मैं मुझे विश्वास काले तो देखिए काले तो विभाग करता चाहिए 5 साल 10 साल के बाद बात नहीं एक बात को बात में सुन एक बात जो ट्रूथ से सच्चाई से वही पर तो काम कर वो तो बात नहीं तो गाली गलौज जो पत्नी की से देना स्टार्ट कर दे गारंटी मिली दे पर एक बात सुनी ले वो तो भाई नहीं चाहिए झगड़ा इतना सब कुछ करने के बाद समझ वाला बार बार एक गलती करे वही हमारा परेशानी होते हमने सही से सुते नहीं चाहिए ना आवे सही से यही सब कारण से हमको बात करते हैं हम के तो मतलब आपने तो गलती थोपे नहीं चाहिए बट थोड़ा मतलब बोलिए और इस सब रीजन हो सकते हमारा नींद ना आवे आज रात को नींद नहीं सही बता रही हूँ अब तो सिलेक्शन मैं करना तो हम की जगह हमारे पास कितने डॉक्टर की या तो हम अगर कन्विंस कर दे कि यहाँ पर अगर हम प्राइवेट जॉब करें तो हमारा सब पे देखा करते मम्मी पापा का खाना पड़ता है बाद में कभी जॉब छुट्टी तो बहुत परेशानी लेकिन हम उसको उत्तर ही होगा हमारा आगे कोनो काम करे पड़े या देख लो करे पड़े ठीक है कोई यहाँ जैसे नहीं चुनाव करे सिंपल से समझी के वो तो जो तो कुछ भी कर सिंपल से समझ तू तेरा भाई नहीं छू भाई रहती हो तो एक बार बोला आप काम करती है सिंपल सा बात है बात नहीं करती हूँ हमारा नहीं समझते लेकिन हमरो काम नहीं चाहिए हमरो बात में हमरा समझते हमरो काम की चाहिए कि हम समझिए ओकरा छोटा बच्चा बिना बोला तो बच्चे जैसे हमसे पता चली जाए कि एक बच्चा की चाहिए वो बच्चा की चाहिए तो आज हम के नहीं समझ सके छी उस चीज ओकरा से के ना पूछे के मम्मी से बता कर की है तो हमरा कुछ महसूस करे नहीं वही बात यही बात हम कही उतना कहानी नहीं है थोड़ा एडवांस पहले भी सुनने की कोशिश की पहले भी कपल भी कौन सारा दुनिया से मैं बात कर अरे भाड़ में जाए हम अरे हम हाथ कटी जाए मरी जोड़ा से की फर्क पड़े सो तोड़ा हम पहले अरे हम पहले नहीं लो छिए पहले तो माय बाप से था हम माय बाप से छिए हम खुद से खुद नहीं लो छिए जे पहले छे एकरा पूरा अधिकार छे दीदी हम एक बात कही हमारा लाइफ में हमने यहाँ गाड़ी रखे थे हम लोग परेशानी से बहुत सारा चीज है आज तक जो कंप्लेन करते हैं मम्मी को ले मेरा ना बैठ बाहर में रहती कभी न कभी तो इसका कोई सिचुएशन हुई है हम खुद से हैंडल करिए ना सब चीज हम करेंगे ना खुद से तो वही बात से तो छोड़ी देवन तो अपनी नए लेवन तो हमारा हम लोग सब कुछ खुद से कर रहे हैं कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ते 5 मिनट के बाद वही भाजते दिमाग गेट समझ गेट कहाँ से गेट बुद्धि नहीं चाहिए तो कुछ कहवा ना मैं समझ में नहीं कुछ समझ में नहीं कुछ भी कर, उन लेडीज का हाथ पाँव टूटना चाहिए, 5 लेडीज बुला तो कोई केस नहीं बने। आए ने तोरा करे पड़तो। बात तो मम्मी पापा के तो नहीं सोचे थे, बात मम्मी पापा के नहीं सोचे थे। मम्मी का पल्ला छीन के छोड़ दे तो मम्मी का दिमाग को भैया जैसे बेडरूम पे ढकली करके डिनर भी खुली गए और से खाना नहीं खाए थे। कोई करिया देखिए ना वो कितना बड़का माफी मांगी रहे तो दूसरा तुमसे बोल करे तो वहां तुम कहे कि माफी होती ई सब बहकावा मत रहो कभी वो दिल से माफी का नहीं हुआ इसे समझ में नहीं आवे कि माफी केकरा कहे छे समझे ना तो कैसे ना मतलब माफी मांगता है तब मतलब थोड़ा सा माफी मांगो तो मतलब ना थोड़ा सा दिल में प्रतिदान नहीं होता है हम लोग वही बात बोलते हैं ना हम तो दूसरों फोन कर रखे थे हम बात करे थे देखो हम केना केना करके गाली में बात करते हम एक गाली में नहीं हम मतलब हम बात खेलो चाहिए समझा कुछ खेलो चाहिए कमाए खेलो चाहिए तो फिर तब तो किस हिसाब से कहे जाए कि मतलब जैसे वो दिन में माफी चाहिए तो इसी तो हम मम्मी मतलब हम मम्मी के पास हम जैसे व्यवस्था नहीं चाहिए तो फिर ये सब चीज़ के नहीं समझेंगे फिर वो नहीं समझते वो बड़ा मेन मुद्दा है वो कि हम चाहिए मुद्दा समझे ना मेन मुद्दा हम चाहिए हम आगू बढ़ी रहे चाहिए और जलन होते हैं कुछ इस टाइप को हम अपना दिमाग पर बदलते हैं तो वो आरू जलन होते हैं काल को पहुंचना तो काल पहुंची तो दाल को खाना बना देता है अपना सेफ्टी और कैमरा अपना कैमरा पे कोई ना बरंडा वरंडा देवी से इन संबंध को काटते जाते दरवाजा से पूरा बरंडा के आगू भाई लोग मतलब बाद 3 साल बाद एप्लीकेशन दिए दरबार में लेना करना पड़ा तो बाद 3 साल अभी बात होते हुए आगे कुछ करते तो सीधा पुलिस हो गई फिर भी करते 100% पूरा कर ही रहे लो पूरा जो भगवती खान जो गाय दिए वगैरह वगैरह सब कर लो और समझा के लिए कुछ दिन बाद कर लो अरे ओकरो दिमाग ही उस टाइप कैसे तोड़ो हम लोग बाकी बात नहीं समझ में वो गैप क्षेत्र दिमाग में कम बड़ी बात है दीदी इस उम्र में आदमी का माए बाप 15 मिनट पास दो पास कम बड़ी बात है मैंने ये बता कम बड़ी बात है और जो अगर के पास नहीं किया है जो बेटा के लोग वहाँ मेरा साथ बता कर दे हैं आपनो रूप देखा अपनो जो रूप जो रूप शांति से नहीं हो इसलिए तो देखे छी तो वो में की रहे छी वही तो रहे जो मतलब हम मत यहाँ से वही बात कहूँगा कि जो हमरो समझ में की फर्क पड़े छै बायोलॉजी के समझाना केमिस्ट्री के समझाना। अरे पप्पा के काम में छै हमरो पास पप्पा पप्पा हैं? चल ठीक। Yes, hello, tell me. Yes, tell me, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm in hometown actually. I will be come back in after 15 days. Now it's not possible. And also right now also my wife is earning 20 days 2,500. So last date? 12/5. This month 12th last, right? Okay, then I will make some time for that. I think 6 months before we meet, right? So I'll purchase on November. I'll purchase on November. Okay, one more thing, if I come after 6 months, yeah, one more thing, if I come after 6 months, then it will open charge. How much it will cost? 2,000 or 200 rupees. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. This, okay, thanks. Yeah. Okay.